Soul Garden.
Hello my heroes, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. And I have a couple of quick announcements. One, I've got a new product that will help you through the Saturn and Libra test. It is basically a limited GA coaching session. So for 30 days, every day, I'll email or text you based on your date of birth, coaching you through the Saturn and Libra graduation. Details are at soulmart.me. And Nikki Bright will help anyone coach into their inner child. She's got Jumpstart Creativity seminars. The first one is this Thursday night, and I'll be in it myself. So if you want to take a class with me, it could be fun. But come on down while Nikki is around. That's a good little thing to say. Well, hello my heroes, how you doing? I know it's been a bumpy road. It is for all of us. It really is. We are shifting. The Mayan calendar was serious. Right now with the sun in Virgo, we're working on reality. That's part of the reason why things have been so bumpy for us. If you're just catching on, we're working on the IB state of awareness, which is Virgo, which emulates from the heart chakra. So this is why it has been hitting our hearts, these lessons, and we'll be wrapping up the sun in Virgo. When you are an Aries, this means you're working on your health and your performance and your lifestyle. Particularly this week, lifestyle. How do you live? What is the style of your life? Do you drive first class? Do you fly first class? Do you eat organic? What is your lifestyle like? How well do you treat yourself? How tired are you at the end of the day? This is the big master shui aspect of mastering your life. If you wake up and love your life every day, it's not as hard to move forward and push ourselves into where we want to go. So you're going to be putting the final touches on lifestyle this week. When we start off on Monday, it's kind of a cloudy day. In fact, you're rather sensitive. Neptune rules the day, so you were logged into your psychic awareness, logged into yourself, and really what you want to intuit is, what are you missing in your lifestyle? Either what do I not like, what's not making me happy, or where is the happiness, where is the contentment, what would I enjoy? Use your guides to get to this on Monday. There's also several themes this week. Let's take a look at the planets. The moon is in Libra, so emotions on this day are pulling you into sentiment or long-term relationships. One of the interesting aspects that continues this week is this, what I call Bermuda Triangle, and this will come to apex tomorrow, but this Bermuda Triangle is opposition and two squares, which are fears. The squares are fears, the opposition is balance, and so this is kind of a big, heavy weight that's above us. We don't have a lot of options. We're kind of holding it in place, so I'm going to be talking about that a lot. And the other thing that's important is that Mercury has crossed the border into Libra. So what that means is on Monday, you are thinking about relationships, long-term partnerships, or your marriage, how you treat yourself. This is on your mind and important as you put the final touches on what your lifestyle will be. On Tuesday, things do perk up. Saturn rules the day, and so it's time to make a commitment. You are sunny and I think feeling sentimental. Your emotions are fine-tuning, and this is really a day of powerful shift. This is something I talk about in the Act 3 videos. For one, this Bermuda Triangle is worth looking at. It's going to begin to shift, mostly because of Pluto. Pluto goes direct on Tuesday. That means your career begins to move forward again. New information, new opportunity, etc. It is retrograded for nearly 6 months, asking you to reconsider what's important to your career anyways. This is part of the fear you're resolving. You also have to keep your ego revolving itself. That's what Uranus means. And on the flip side of this, an open mind that stays open to the revolving ego, that stays open to the new changing career, and what also thinking about long-term relationships. So it is a rather bit of a rat's nest energetically, and I have to say it really is. But this is probably what hits us the most on this day, which is the moon crossing Saturn. This is not just the moon crossing Saturn. This is the last time the moon will cross Saturn at this particular stage. So as the moon approaches Saturn, I had said for weeks it's time to decide where you are with long-term relationships. The moon crossing Saturn on Tuesday is kaboom. It is your soul emotionally integrating what you've learned in all these lessons. This integration is kind of the universe or God slapping you on your back. All right, because emotion is such a big part of manifestation, you are now aligning your emotions with the decisions and the commitments that we were talking about all this time, which was I was saying in Act 3, we really got to get our shift together and do this, right? So that's where it's been. So on Tuesday, this is a very powerful day for you to emotionally Be clear on where you feel relationships are going, where you feel things should be fair. That doesn't mean you have all the details answered, like is it Bob or Steve or Jane. It means that you are committed to the way relationships and marriages must and will be, and you want to get your emotion and passion behind that on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we take action in so many ways. Now, let's not forget, all this relationship talk is not what this week is about first. It's first about nailing in the direction of lifestyle, which will serve relationship. So on Wednesday, you're feeling pretty good. That's because your home planet is ruling the day. Sunny with a chance of grande as the moon shifts out of long-term relationships and into trust and intimacy. Plus your home planet, Mars, is ruling the day. The moon, at the same time, just to make things really juicy, is going to cross Mars at the same time Mars is ruling the day. So this is a super double whammy. And Mars, up at 18 degrees, is pushing for you to draw emotional boundaries. It has for a long time. You got to draw emotional boundaries. So in a lot of cases, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the lifestyle you want, perhaps it was an emotional boundary that needed to be drawn to make room and space for your personal life changes. Well, today, just after the moon caught up with relationships, it now catches up with all these emotional boundaries that need to be drawn. So this could make you randy, this could make you angry, this could make you strike out, this could make you feel passionate. It really depends on how much of the soul work you've actually done. On Thursday, we hold space. Mother Earth rules. That means the universe is slapping our back when it comes to lifestyle. You'll begin to manifest now based on your emotional commitment to the lifestyle you want. So for those who are Witecks, I'll be reminding, be clear and decisive about how you want to feel every day. And I think you're going to be feeling rather strong on Thursday. Let's take a look at the planets. The planets on Thursday actually don't say much. I don't have another slide after this, except that the moon is going to move into Sagittarius in the second half of the day. So, or by the end of the night, depending on where you live in the world. So this means that if you have a lot of aggression in the day, by nighttime or by the time the moon moves into Sagittarius, you will chill out, which is good. Then comes Friday. Now Friday is actually a big tested day. It's the 29th degree of the sun in Virgo, and I always say that is the tested degree. You will be tested. Tested on what? Well, emotionally slipping back into the old lifestyle. Like, oh, this is useless. I can never make it. I can never be what I want. I can never perform or have the lifestyle I want. We all turn into babies at 29 degrees, okay, not just the Aries. So cloudy and chance of temper tantrums. Not only that, the moon itself is ruling the day, which means emotions are ruling the day. Let's look closer at the planets. Well, with the moon ruling the day, the moon is in Sagittarius, so although we're getting super tested, the moon is a little bit detached for you because your emotions are being kind of in a what-if zone, and that might actually be what you need to worry about. Perhaps it is what-ifs that get you into trouble. One of the aspects is the moon opposing Jupiter. Remember, Jupiter is pushing for the Rams to open your mind, think bigger, think bigger. Well, suddenly think bigger gets caught up with your emotional philosophies or the way things should be. Whenever the moon happens to be in our house of belief structure, we tend to should all over yourself. It should be this, it should be that, should, and that's what you want to be careful about. And today you'll have to find recognition with that. At the same time, this trine, also from the moon down to Venus in Leo, is supporting you. A trine is a good thing. So what the universe is saying with this particular configuration, in my opinion, is take your emotional inner child. The reason why you're going to do all this, the reason why this is worth all the work is because you want your personal dreams to come true, says Venus. And you want it now, says Venus. And so that kind of inner child demanding for you to have happiness is probably what will also, like literally, you can almost look at this energy helping the moon not get caught in that radar of red beam there. So I think that's what's going on Friday. On Saturday, it's 0 degrees. 0 means 0. That means we're in the no man's land between two states of awareness. It also means that Carolyn Nagel's moon videos will be available. That's super cool. And we got something cool for you too, by the way. If you text Moon Goddess to this number, we'll text you back, ask your date of birth, and then we'll tell you what your moon sign is, all for free, just to help you out. I figured that was an easier way for us to tell your moon sign. So that's something going on. But 0 degrees does mean that we're going to feel really off. I think you'll be okay. The moon will move into Capricorn, so you'll be feeling rather content. Let's take a look at the planets. Oops, 0 means 0. The only thing that to me is of a little bit of concern is the square at the 0 degree. It may not feel so good. The square is basically, the square is basically a conflict based on fear, in this case between your emotions and where you feel your life going, which is heading toward relationship zone. And this is where we're going to wrap up the test, what this whole Saturn and Libra since 2009 has been. So as we're in the no man's zone of 0, which always feels weird and our life feels weird and we can tell things are changing, we can smell autumn in the air in the northern hemisphere. This is a time where your feelings about where you're going might be fearful. You might be afraid of where things are going in many ways and how it relates to marriage, and this is what you will have to resolve. Now let's take a quick look. Now as we move into the sun in Libra, we're in the I give, I receive energy. This is the energy of our soul that gives and receives. It is a blue energy and emulates from the throat chakra. And although the Tauruses rule the throat chakra is utilized for giving and receiving. Obviously, the front half. So we, through our voice, is how we initiate when energy will come or go. I think this is also a reason why it's so important to speak up for what you want. All right. Now, when you are when you are an Aries, the Libra state of awareness has 3 chapters, right? First, the 0 to 9, which is your mirage, how you relate to yourself, then what your definition of balance is at large, and then what you look at as marriages, long-term partnerships. Now, Saturn is way up in marriages. So as the sun moves through this space, it's tick-tock, tick-tock to where you have to answer that question of where should relationships go and be. Emotions have followed through. As we begin on Saturday, we're going to work on the mirage, and that's where we start on Saturday, is your mirage, how you relate to yourself. And that's the 0 degree. You're starting to feel whether or not you've let yourself down. You're starting to feel whether or not you have been fair to yourself. Then on Sundays, we wrap up. We move into our heart chakra. No ruling planet. That means it's pure love on the planet. You should love yourself on Sunday. Should. Love yourself on Sunday. The moon in Capricorn will give you a career focus, so perhaps it'll help you kind of stiffen up and feel better about yourself in that regard. And the moon will, of course, cross Pluto. Now, this is important. Excuse me, because Pluto is that direct force now moving your career forward. So the moon has been working so hard. I mean, you feel your new lifestyle, then you feel your new relationships, then trust and intimacy, and then your beliefs, and now boom, moon crossing Pluto. Your emotions are carrying through with how this will change legacy. So on Saturday, you are feeling how your legacy will be changed as a result of all these things happening. And check this out, a yod. God is giving us the finger, this time pointing to what? Your career. And what's pointing to your career? God, universe is saying, take your expanding ideas, that's Jupiter, take your inner child wanting to have his or her dreams come true like now, and focus that into what? Feeling your new legacy, feeling your new career. So we're kind of wrapping up Sunday in a very romantic way. At the same time, there is a square that comes to the head on Sunday, which is a struggling fight between our male and our female side. The female side right now is trying to help personal dreams come true. The male side of Aries right now is trying to cut and draw boundaries. So you may have some sort of tug-of-war between your aggressive versus your receptive energy, and that tug-of-war will have to find peace, or starts to find peace, as we wrap up on Sunday. So like I've said, folks, the universe is not wasting any time. 2012 is nothing but a ramp up to the new age, and here we grow again as the sun moves from Virgo to Libra. All right, my Rams, that's all I have for this 7-day forecast. Please come on down to Somar, check out these great products. Let me coach you through the transition, and if nothing else, well, I'll always be here. Until next week, live, love, be.